Hi guys, hope you're enjoying your weekend. I just want to take a couple minutes and I want to talk to you about something that's kind of on my heart a little bit in dealing with addiction. So I was addicted to everything for 8 years, something like that. I've been, off of everything, completely clean and sober for going on 4 years now. And that's, no doing of my own, aside from surrendering. That's all the Lord's doing. But something I'm hearing a lot of today is I didn't choose to be an addict. And this rubs me the wrong way. Now, I get what they're trying to say, I suppose, but coming from an addict, I want to speak for myself, and then I want people to understand this perspective, and I want you to own it and then move on from it. Basically, yes, you did. You chose to be an addict, and your actions dictated those choices. See, every day you woke up and you chose to go and get high. Now, I understand you didn't want the repercussions of your decisions, the consequences that came from those decisions that you made every day. I understand that. So in that respect, yes, you didn't choose that. But see, it's all encompassing. And it's a principle in the Bible. It's called sowing and reaping. And what you sow into, you will reap from. And what happened is we sowed into the flesh. We chased that feeling, that euphoria. We chased that high. And as we chased that, we reaped destruction. We reaped death. It's in the Bible. What I don't like about it is it's a form of putting the blame somewhere else, and it's not owning your actions. And from a program perspective, which I've never worked a program, so I don't want to sound like I know what I'm doing. I've never worked a program. I've only worked on chasing after Jesus. But from a program perspective, which I know a lot of you out there are trying or are in the process of working a program, you have to own the decisions that you made. So you have to say, okay, looking back, hindsight, I chose for 3 months straight to go get high. Then when I decided to put it down, I couldn't, and I was addicted. But see, my decisions, the choices that I made every day led me to this. You have to own those decisions. You have to realize that you messed up. I made a bad choice. I made a bad decision. And after making multiple bad decisions, it led to this. Now that I'm aware of that, I won't make those decisions again, and I'll move forward. So take it as a learning process, but own it, guys. Own it. Stop saying I didn't choose to be an addict. If you woke up every day and you chose to go party and you chose to go get high, then yes, inevitably you chose to become an addict. I just don't like it, because then I see friends and family sharing it, saying I didn't choose this. But that's just an absolute lie. The truth of the matter is, if you never did drugs, you would have never become addicted. Now, I could take this in many directions. I could go in a lot of different directions as far as biblically speaking, and whether you're born an addict or whether you become an addict, whether it's a disease. There's so much that I just don't even want to get into. Maybe in some other videos, I can explain my biblical perspective on addiction and how, we'll save that for another time. But in saying that you didn't do it, it forms, or that you didn't want it, it forms a perspective that allows the addict who is sick and suffering to always remain sick and suffering, because it's a pity. It's a demonic pity that they stay in, saying, I didn't choose this for my life. So they never will own the fact that they made bad decisions and then apologize to maybe the people that they hurt along the way, because they won't see their wrongdoing that was of their own doing that led them to where it led them. And so I want to break this mentality that I did not choose to be an addict. Instead, say I made bad choices that led me into addiction. I chose to live wrong, and it led me to this. But this is what I learned from it. See, I want it all to turn to, but this is what's come from learning from those decisions. See, if you don't learn from the decisions, if you don't learn from the bad, then you're doomed to continue to repeat. And I want to say, if anyone is sick and suffering out there today, it's as easy as hitting your knees and surrendering, and truly surrendering with all of your heart. I know many used to be addicts who hit their knees and surrendered, and God removed the obsession of addiction from them. In my life, it was the easiest thing I'd ever done, and this whole 3-4 year process has been the easiest thing I've ever done. I can't explain it. All I know is I continue to go after Jesus. I make many mistakes. I'm not perfect. But He continues to bring me into higher and higher levels of revelation, of understanding who I am in Him, who He is in me, who He is in my life, what my life was meant to be, how I was created to live. And as He opens my eyes to understanding and the knowledge of these things, I just grow further and further away from the old Derek who has been crucified. And in the process, I grow more and more into Him. And it's just more and more freedom. It's just more and more holiness, purity of heart, just love for the fellow man, like on a whole nother level. Some of these things you probably don't understand, and that's fine. But let's stop saying we didn't choose to be addicts. Let's start saying, I messed up, but I'm going to fix it. And I hope that helps somebody. And hopefully we can make some more videos talking soon, and maybe I can elaborate on my thoughts about addiction and other things from a biblical perspective. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.